Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Morning Kickoff with Unbiased Opinion. I am your host, Tony, aka Low Tone Tony. All right. So Dave Canales challenged Princely Umanmielen to step forward after Carolina lost Nic Scourton for the season. At Fan Fest, Umanmielen responded. He repeatedly reached the backfield, chased quarterbacks out of the pocket, and had to pull up because the quarterbacks were protected from contact. That is encouraging evidence. But reaching the quarterback during a protected practice does not prove that an edge defender can finish the play, maintain outside leverage against the run, or remain effective after an offensive tackle adjusts. So the real question is, did FanFest earn Princely Umanmielen a larger defensive role, or did it only earn him a more serious evaluation against Arizona? So today we will determine what he must prove next, break down the Chicago Bears offense Carolina will face in week 1, and identify what the Panthers must learn from Thursday's Hall of Fame game. All right. The FanFest showed that Umanmielen can get into the quarterback space, and that alone is meaningful. A pass rushing does not have to finish with a sack to change a play. He can force the quarterback off his spot, speed up his internal clock, disrupt timing with the receivers, or steer the play into another defender's area. Those are all real impacts that show up on film, even if they do not show up in the box score. But getting there is only part of the job. The real test is what happens next. Can he stay controlled at the point of attack, hold the edge if the player extends, recognize misdirection, and still win when the tackle adjusts? FanFest showed the burst. Thursday in the Hall of Fame game is where Carolina starts finding out if it turns into complete edge play under live conditions. So here's what we are putting on the table today. In the first half, we will identify the 4 things Umanmielen must prove against Arizona before Carolina can expand his regular season role. At halftime, we will scout the Chicago Bears. Chicago enters year 2 under Ben Johnson after producing one of the NFL's most explosive offenses. We will determine whether Carolina's greatest week 1 concern should be Caleb Williams' individual playmaking or the complete structure surrounding him. In the second half, we will return to the Panthers and answer a larger preseason question. Should Carolina use the extra Hall of Fame game primarily to evaluate roster depth, or should selected regular season combinations receive enough work to establish continuity? We are separating promising practice results from real football proof. So let's start with the Panthers. So I want to say good morning to everybody. D Cash, what up, my guy? Is that Tony? What's up? What's up, D Cash? Anthony Brown said, what's up? What's going on, Anthony? You guys make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in. I greatly appreciate it. All right. Not V. Kalu said, good morning, Tony. Good morning, my guy. Appreciate you for tapping in. He also says game week. Absolutely. Can't wait for some real live bullets. Tebow C. Panthers 59 said, good morning. Good morning, my guy. And my homeboy, Nick, a.k.a. Brassy Knuckles, said morning. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, Nick. Thank you for tapping in. You can also hit the panel if you want to be part of the discussion today, Nick. Let me drop it in the chat real quick. So yeah, those are the 3 topics that we're discussing today. And let me just drop this right in there for you if you want to hit the panel, come on up. All right. Where'd that go? Nick, what's happening with you?
Nothing much. How you doing?
Man, I can't call it. How you feeling this Monday, man? How was your weekend? Everything go good?
I mean, yeah, everything went fine. Fan fest. Now I'm on my way to work. A little bit later than I usually would be, but yeah.
Okay.
Things good, man.
All right. Well, before we get to the first half discussion, I do want to bring up that Panthers camp availability update. This is from FanFest. Derek Brown and Devin Lloyd took a veteran rest during Fan Fest. That's all it was. No injuries to report, anything of that nature. So I think Dave Canales did mention that some guys that they had dedicated to take their veteran rest day on certain days, and these guys' rest day happened to land on the day of Fan Fest. So it was a veteran rest day, nothing to be alarmed about, no injury report. So that was definitely good news about that. Let me bring to the stage my boy Poppin. Poppin, what's happening?
What's good now? What's good?
I can't call it, man. I can't call it 6 in one hand, half a dozen other. You know, I call it even every
I hear you,
time.
bro.
Ain't
I
nothing
hear you.
changed. Ain't nothing changed. Tar Heel F3U said, "What it do? What is up?" Tar Heel, what's going on? Thank you for tapping in, my guy. And real quick, Matar Lomax with the $2 super chat. He said, "What's good, my boy? I'm ready for Thursday. What's good, Matar?" I think everybody ready for Thursday, man. Everybody is ready for some pads to pop. You know, the click clack. I'm ready for all of it. I get too excited. I start stumbling over my words just thinking about Thursday. So I'm gonna try to digress and progress my way slowly through the rest of the week until that day, and hopefully I can maintain, a certain level of balance, if you will. But yeah, appreciate that $2 super chat, my guy. Make sure you hit that like button on your way in as well. So yes, so that was the quick injury report. All right. So now we're gonna get into Princely Umanmielen. All right. So here's the facts first. With Scourton out for the season, Carolina needs additional production from its edge rotation. The Panthers added Jalen Phillips during the offseason. Patrick Jones, a second, returned healthy, and Umanmielen entered his second NFL season as one of the players expected to take another step. Canales challenged Umanmielen to become the player the defense needed following Scourton's injury. Canales also said Umanmielen had been playing faster since the beginning of camp and had consistently pursued the football across the field. All right. At Fan Fest, Panthers.com observed Umanmielen in the backfield repeatedly, flushing quarterbacks and pulling up before contact because of their no contact jerseys. So the context is there are three separate parts of pass rush production. All right. Did the defender win the initial matchup? Meaning did he defeat the tackle or gain access to the quarterback space? FanFest provided encouraging evidence there. All right. Did the rush affect the quarterback? Did the pressure change the quarterback's timing, feet, or decision? Pressure can still be successful when it forces an early throw, a check down, a scramble, a broken route progression, a movement towards another rusher. Did the defender complete the play? Did the pressure become a sack, a quarterback hit, a forced incompletion, a holding penalty, a turnover opportunity, a teammate's cleanup sack? FanFest could not completely answer the third question because the quarterbacks could not be tackled. That is what makes Thursday important. All right. So what we have here, Princely Umanmielen, what must translate? What must translate? So I got four things here that I feel that needs to translate come Thursday. So number one is finish pressures, sacks, hits, rush throws, turn access into results. Uh, Number two is set the edge, outside leverage, run discipline, don't open the perimeter, right? Number three is show a counter, inside move, power, hand use, win after the tackle adjusts. And number four, let me remove the chat for a minute. Effort is just repeatability. The effort, the technique, multiple series, sustain the performance. Is it something that you can consistently do over and over and over again? That's what's I think that is what's going to be the final judgment when you judge his dependability and what he could possibly bring to the defense this year. So, Nick, I go with you first. When you look at the four things here that must translate, what order would you recommend? Give me your
What
top
order
two.
would I
Yeah,
rank?
let's start with that. Give me your top two. What are the top two things that must translate for Princely come Thursday?
In no particular order, I'm going to say finishing the pressure and setting the edge.
Finish the pressure and setting the edge.
Yes.
Okay. Well, why you go with finish the pressures?
I mean, because no matter how the pressure returns out, when I think of finishing the pressure, I'm thinking of maybe getting the guy to move off his spot to. I mean, obviously getting a sack is a great thing, but I don't look at it as the only thing of finishing the pressure, because you can force him into one of your teammates. That's still finishing the pressure, in my eyes. You can force him to throw faster than he wanted to throw, which could lead to a turnover. That's still finishing the pressure in my eyes.
That's a fact.
And so
keep talking.
So at the end of the day, him forcing that quarterback into duress can cause issues for that quarterback, or could end the play right then and there. So that's what, just like at me, we have always said, without pressure, ain't no sacks anyway. So
right.
So
right.
That is one thing. And then I picked setting the edges because that's the one thing I need to see him do, because he is a smaller, and I don't want nobody to say that I said he is a small dude. Princely is tall as crap, but Princely only weighs like 240 pounds. So at the end of the day,
do you think he put on weight this offseason? Because from what everybody said, it looks like he has gotten bigger.
I don't know. I mean, it looks like he's gotten leaner. It don't look like he got. I don't know where y'all see him getting bigger. The dude looks thin for his size.
Well, if he lost weight, there's one thing of being lean but packed on muscles. Because muscles gonna look less heavy than fat. But if you just if you weigh 245 and now you 240, that's not good. I don't care what kind of lean muscle you put on. That's not what we want to see.
He looked leaner. I don't know his weight. I mean, obviously we're not, just like we've always said, they leave that initial weight up there forever. So
yeah. Hold on real quick. Shout out Matar Lomax for the 2 jewels, Silver Star. I still don't understand what the jewels are, but hey, Matar, I appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you. Thank you for the is it super chat? Do you call it a super chat, or is it a super jewel, or what? Because I don't know. I don't know what to call it, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it either way, my guy. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what that means, as well as you. Just like you said, you don't know what it means. I don't know what his size. I don't know. He does look leaner. He does look leaner. He looks like he has he has taken the opportunity to work on his craft, i.e., work on his body. So I don't know what that encompasses weight-wise, but at the end of the day, we all know he was a smaller edge rusher from the start, not height-wise.
That's a fact.
But weight-wise, which would mean that sometimes the tackles could wash him down easily. So I hope to see that he's able to, just set the edge, force that tackle to have to use another move to wash him down, or don't just automatically get washed down. So then, I mean, and that could be fixed by, just like what you said with the counter moves too. Because as long as you don't let that tackle get to your body, there's almost absolutely no chance he'll be able to wash you down. So yeah, so we'll see how that works out. So that's why I picked the ones I picked up.
Poppin', what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, y'all? What's up,
All right.
What's up?
How was your weekend, brother?
Busy. Yeah.
Busy?
Not much fun, but busy. But it's all good. Things got done.
Already. That at the end of the day, that's what matters most, right?
Absolutely.
So what must translate for you in your eyes? So I have 4 things up here that I felt that must translate for Princely come Thursday, in the Hall of Fame game. What would be your top 2 things that he must translate? And don't have to be in any specific order that I put it in. What are your top 2?
Finish pressure and repeatability. I don't know. I mean,
I
everybody
like
says,
that.
set the edge. He can't set the edge. I mean, I don't think he's been out there enough for us to say he can't set the edge. I think we're just throwing something on the guy. We
That's
really
a good
don't know.
point.
And
That's a
I
good
hate
point.
I hate throwing labels on people when you ain't got enough tape on them to say, oh, this is actually what's going on. So that right there is it's like when they say all black people are late. Man, you can't do that. You can't do that. You're throwing a label on it just because a few people that you work with is always late and they black. So yeah, the stigma, the stereotypes. Uh, so yeah, that would be what I want to see: finish, pressure, and repeatability. If he does those 2 things, we got a monster. And I already think I'm gonna use it in your terminology. I think he's gonna have a breakout season. How you like that?
Who terminology is that?
That was your
You talking about
definition.
Nick?
Remember? No, you. Remember when you
What
had
I
the whole
say?
conversation last week about breakout, and me and your definition was different about what a breakout,
Oh
season is. So I'm gonna
yeah.
use it
Okay,
in
okay,
your
yeah.
way how you described it. I think he's
Right.
gonna have a breakout year.
Yeah. Okay. Now, would you like to educate the chat, the audience on what your definition of breakout was and what mine was?
Right. So my breakout type of player is, somebody who comes in that really ain't nobody really see, or nobody that really paying a lot of attention to, and he just sets it on fire. He's like, for instance, let's do like a wide receiver. Let's say he's a number 4 or 5, whatever, but all of a sudden he gives you 700, 800 yards. You're like, yo, we didn't even see that coming. That type of, you know what I'm saying,
No.
breakout,
So
or just
so
at least.
you're giving my definition first. I'm waiting for you to get to your definition because
No,
that wasn't your initial definition, sir.
your definition was doing better than the previous year. That's what you said.
Oh, when we were talking about that one particular player, yes.
But
You're right.
that's
No,
how we
no, he
got there,
right.
because
He right.
you like he breakout break you like a person break out, and I'm like, what kind of number, like what do you mean by that? Because I
Right.
mean, I'm looking
So
at it like a person who's just like, he sets a pretty doggone good bar. I'm not saying superstar, but I'm
yeah,
saying like he puts you on notice, like, okay, we might got something. Now you just wonder, can he
yeah.
do it 2 years in a row? So since Princeton
So
hadn't did anything, this could
right,
technically be a breakout year. He gives me 6 sacks,
right,
7 sacks. Oh, we working with something.
right, right.
Excuse
Okay. All
that
right. Because
notification.
just for y'all that don't know, we were arguing about Excel and what the breakout looks like regarding Excel, and then we went into further explanations. Me and Poppin. So that's what we're talking about. That's
Was it
where this
XL or
conversation.
Coker?
Well, it was kind of like both of them. It was kind of like both of them. You were talking about well, we were talking about both of them. Yeah, basically we were
Right,
talking about
right.
both of them.
Because I
Yeah,
think we was kind of like
yeah,
saying like, f- I think my argument was Coker isn't a number 2 on anybody else's team in the NFL if you compare the numbers to other number 2 wide receivers in the NFL. And
mm,
but
Thank
I
you.
understand, but
Thank
he's a
you.
number 2. He's a number 2 on the Carolina Panthers. So I just
thank
try to
you,
like put it in
thank you.
context, like, hey guys, don't get too horny. Like, if you take his numbers, 400 yards is not a number 2 nowhere else that you look at it in the NFL. But if
All
we're
right,
gonna if I have to, play my Pantherism, he is our number 2. So I'm not trying to disregard him, but if he's gonna break out, I need something upward north of 700, 800 yards to be a number
right,
2. And that's just the bare minimum for number two. Y'all can go fact check me what the number two numbers look like. So that's what me and
Thank
Tony was
you.
like discussing.
Well, I got my head chopped off for saying them exact same words.
Well, I'm not about to go down that rabbit hole because that's gonna change the topic of discussion. But what I will say, um, I understand where Poppin was coming from. We both stated our opinions. Had a good conversation, had a good debate back and forth. And yeah, I know what I've heard where everybody stands when it comes to Xavier Legette, Jonathan Coker, who did what. Okay, cool. I got all that. Sooner than later, starting Thursday. Well, probably not starting Thursday for those gentlemen, but the first preseason game we in that point of the season now where all that we have talked about will come to fruition for somebody. All right.
Yep.
Somebody's gonna have a breakout year. Somebody's gonna have a better year than they had last year. Somebody's going to play, all the games to warrant their position. All that's going to happen. All of that's going to happen for somebody this year. That's all I can say on that. But I do like what you said about number 4, though. When it comes to Princely Umanmielen, the repeatability, and that's something that you don't hear a lot of people talk about often enough. It's one thing to do something one, maybe 2 plays in a row, but can you be consistent throughout the game? Can you be consistent week to week? No, don't give us a flash party week 1 and then we don't hear nothing else from you till week 7. That ain't consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to say that this dude can set the edge. He's a force in the run. He can get after the quarterback, whether it's pressure or sacks. And this is something that he can do for 4 quarters, week in and week out. Whenever he, as long as he is healthy and available on the field, this is what I expect from him. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no flash in the pan type of dude. You know what I'm saying? You can't show me something first quarter and then you disappear into the middle of the third. I ain't trying to see that. Like that's not consistency. That's not repeatability. Repeatability. What is your effort like for all 4 quarters? When you get tired, can you resort back to your technique? Can you let your technique be your crutch? And can you sustain the performance? You know what I'm saying? All 4 quarters. As long as you're on the field. So yeah, that means a lot. That means a lot. Because repeatability is what you want to see 1 through 3. You want to see 1, 2, and 3 become 4 consistently. Yeah. That's how I feel about that. So I wasn't there. Nic, you was at Fan Fest. What did you see from Princely during the Fan Fest? And I know this was a controlled scrimmage, so I'm not trying to get nobody hopes up or anything like that, but he was mentioned, so I'm just curious as to what you had, what you saw.
Yeah, he was chasing the quarterbacks. Most of the ones where you saw the quarterbacks like they got out on a run. That was Princely that forced them to get out on the run. So, and then obviously, obviously we're not gonna see no finish here. He's not even putting in he shouldn't be putting in 100% effort because he doesn't want to accidentally hit the quarterback. I think he learned his lesson from that last year. So he's chasing them enough that they got to run. They got to run from him, and then he's pulling up and saying, "All right, you can go ahead and throw the ball now."
Right.
So at the end of the day, we already know we're not gonna see it until we go up against somebody else quarterback and he's all right with hitting them.
Right. That's why Thursday we shall see. Thursday we shall see. And he should have opportunities because I don't remember who's the backup quarterback in Arizona. I know Jacoby Brissett is the starter, so he probably won't play that game. I can't remember who's the backup in Arizona. Who?
Carson Beck.
Carson Beck?
Yeah, they drafted Carson back.
Yeah. Is he the number 2 or number 3?
I don't know.
I don't know if there's anybody else there.
No,
we have to look.
they have more than two quarterbacks. Yeah, somebody look that up for me right now. Who's the other quarterbacks on Arizona roster for Thursday? Or a training camp for them. I know they just don't have 2. Oh, Gardner Minshew. DK said Gardner Minshew. That's okay. That's what I thought. All right. So he gets opportunity against a veteran quarterback in that game. As long as Gardner Minshew plays more than a couple series, and we'll see what he can do with a veteran proven quarterback in the backfield as opposed to Carson Beck his first time out. I'd rather see him against the veteran.
Yeah, makes sense. I don't know if you will though. I don't know if you will though. I actually think this might be the opportunity to get the jitters out for Carson Beck. See what he can actually do. I don't know.
Okay. Shout out to Matt Lomax again for the 10 jewels gold coin. Hey, appreciate that, Matt. Really appreciate them jewels. Don't know what they are, but I appreciate them. I appreciate it. Thank you, my guy. So popping is does Umanmielen arrive early enough to disrupt the primary read? You think you because we hear a lot about his first step.
I believe he will. I believe he can. Yeah, and the man. See, I think it's a perfect mix. I mean, if you give me Princely, you got Lee Hunter, Derek Brown, and Phillips. Now, I would like Vita Vea there, but anyway, that's another subject. You have somebody, on the strong side and the weak side, creating pressure, applying pressure, or however you want to do, switch it up. Creating pressure, applying pressure on the other side. This could be a very dynamic duo of edge rushers coming at you in so many different ways. And so with Princely being there, not taking anything from Pat Jones, because I love Pat Jones' motor. Princely is just
right.
I want them to use him to do his job. Like, don't have us in here like, oh man, in preseason or in practice, you letting him just go after it, and then when the game starts, you're toning him back. Like how people say, oh, they hold Bryce back. Don't hold Princely back. Let him go get the quarterback. Let him go get it.
Right.
So yeah,
but
I'm a little excited.
But do you think that's true that they holding them back? Like what does that mean? I can't picture a coach holding the player back.
I kind of can because we had Brian Burns and have him dropping back in coverage, and I just my thing is, if you want those,
but that's
type
part
of guys,
that's part of the scheme. That's part of the scheme.
That's
part. That's
can you think of any other 3-4 edge rushers outside linebacker?
That is
I get what you're saying, Tony.
No,
I know what you're saying. What I'm going to ask you is how many times have you seen a premier edge rusher dropping back in coverage in a 3-4/4-2 defense when he's the sack getter? How many times do you really see it?
To answer your question, and I understand your question, but that question to me doesn't fit when you're talking about Ejiro Rivero and his scheme. That is a scheme issue. If you are a rush defensive end outside linebacker and you don't want to drop back in coverage and all you want to do is just line up and go get the quarterback, then I would say that Rivero's scheme is not for you because his scheme requires the edge rushers to drop back.
Okay.
Prime example, we don't have to even look any further than our own Julius Peppers, and he didn't even play in the 3-4. He played in the 4-3.
Right.
But he could drop back in coverage. He could set the edge, and he can go get the quarterback. So we done seen him drop back in the passing lanes and pick the ball off, drop back in the flat, drop off in the flat, interception. Mm-hmm. We done seen it all, but we also seen him rush the quarterback and get sacks, and we seen him get tackles. It's the scheme. It's what the defensive coordinator is asking you to do in his scheme.
Right.
That's
So
it.
I agree. It is a scheme, and with every scheme, I don't like the passive aggressiveness per se. I want him to be aggressive within his scheme. I don't really
Mm-hmm.
want to see JC Horn. Not saying he can't do it sometimes, but I need JC Horn on the best corner. And there's been several times I've seen JC Horn been taken off the best wide receiver. He'll blitz him, and that best corner
Right.
got wide open for him to get a touchdown or hit us in over the head for 30, 40 yards. It's the scheme that I don't like. It's who you use in the personnel, and it takes them out of the best way for them to win. That's what I'm saying when it comes to these guys. I don't mind a 3-4 defense. It's just like you said, the scheme of how you're using them to sum it up.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I get it. And I think, yeah, when it comes, I agree with you when it comes to the scheme. Like I'm not a fan of that myself. I'm not saying that I'm a fan of it. I'm just saying that that's what is required in his scheme. Even when you watch Vic Fangio, who Evero built his scheme off of, he does the same thing. They believe that the scheme of that 3-4 defense, they believe in getting home with 4. Getting home with 4, drop 7. That's their scheme. Even when they mug in the front and they may show you that 5 or 6 are coming. I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, only 4 is going to come. You just don't know which 4 is going to come. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If you got athletic edge rushers, outside linebackers that can drop back into coverage and of that nature, then they fit his scheme. Devin Lloyd plays off the ball line, off ball linebacker, but he's great in pass coverage as well. He's great at dropping back into the zone, whether it's a hook curl or hook flat, and getting the interception. He's good with that. So I think he will fit into the scheme just perfectly. Yeah. What you think, Nick? What you think about that?
Yeah, before I get ready to go into this
Nick.
office.
Hold on real quick. Rashad, what's going on, man? I forgot I brought Rashad up. Rashad, what's up?
Do?
What it do, man?
What it do? What's good, Tom? Pop.
We can't call him, man. Talk to me.
Do with y'all boy.
What up, Rashad?
Shit.
Talk to us, Rashad.
What's up? What? Shit. What y'all just talking about? I ain't gonna lie, like.
Tell him, Tony.
Yeah. I can't stop damn laughing. I'm trying to, Poppy. Now we were just talking about the 3-4 scheme and how in Evero's scheme, Poppin was saying he don't really like that the outside linebackers, edge rushers are dropping back in the scheme. And I was telling him I don't really necessarily like it either, but it is part of Evero's scheme. And if you're an edge rusher and you don't like that dropping back and stuff, then this defense is probably not for you. You know what I'm saying? So we was talking about Umanmielen being able to get home to the quarterback, and will he be allowed to do what he do best, which is rush the quarterback as opposed to dropping back in coverage. And I think Poppin made a comment about him being held back, and I don't look at it as being held back. I look at it as part of the scheme that every edge rusher that plays for Evero is going to be asked to do the same thing, the same similar thing. What you think?
Talking about like having them go off in zone coverage and stuff like that.
Yeah, fall back. Whether it's whether it's a hook curl or in the flat or anything like that. Yeah.
So basically, Poppin is saying that he think Evero's defense is holding Princely back because he's dropping them off in coverage and not just like rushing them.
I'm
He
saying it
used them as
could.
a pure
Yeah,
yeah
it could possibly look like that because if we're going off of what we've seen in practice and things of that nature, and he's letting them go after the quarterback. Now, I was saying, hey, don't draw him back on the season start, and then he's not getting the opportunity to get after the quarterback. You just got him dropping back in coverage. I'm not really a fan of that. I just like to use the personnel at what they're good at. I mean, I get it. You're gonna have
yeah
to, and it should be somewhere between 6 to 8%. Any more further than that is a little excessive.
yeah
So
yeah. Like why do you say that? I just was thinking about on the times where it was we had Brian Burns. It would be like a 3rd and 15 or something like that, or 3rd and 12, and he had Brian Burns in coverage. I'm like, damn, why you ain't just rush the dude? Like,
there you
but I
go.
mean,
I don't know.
that's the way he called his defense. Yeah, like Tone said, man, in Evero's defense, he's gonna put y'all in those coverage, zone coverage schemes. You gonna have to cover somebody. But I mean, I ain't gonna say well, yeah, he could hold them back by doing that, but I don't think that will necessarily hold them back. If you're good enough, you can get to the quarterback. You can get to the quarterback. But
Right.
yeah,
Hold on,
but yeah.
real quick. Shout out Metal Lomax for the 10 jewels again. Hey, greatly appreciate that, my guy. Hey, thank you so much. That means a lot to the show. We greatly appreciate it. All right, go ahead, finish what you're saying, Rashad.
Oh, I would done. I was just saying, yeah. I mean, if you could like that, I don't think he put them in coverage enough, but you can say it can hold them back. If you're good enough to get to the quarterback, I'm pretty sure he's gonna rush the ball more than he's gonna be in coverage. So, if he's good enough, he'll get to the quarterback. But that's all I have to say. If he's good enough, he'll get to the quarterback.
All right. Hey, shout out to Commander 3 divided by 36. He said, "What up, completely biased." What up, my guy? What's going on, man? Hey, hit the panel, man. Hit the panel. Join the discussion. We'll greatly appreciate you. All right. So, Rashad do you believe one finished sack more valuable than several disciplined pressures?
Uh, I don't know who was on this show that night. We was talking about this. I don't know if he was on. I think no. I don't think he was on this show that we was talking about this same situation. I compared it to
Mm-hmm.
boxing, kind of. How if you know you was on that show. Like if you box somebody, how you want to knock them out instead of jabbing him or whatever. How you just want to just go ahead and knock him out. That's what I
Yeah.
like. I want the sack, to be honest with you. I mean, I like pressures. Pressures are good, but if you got a Josh Allen or if you got like a guy who can get outside the pocket, man, those pressures can only take you too far because if
Okay.
all they gotta do is get out of that pressure. But when you get them down to that ground, it ain't nothing. The play is over with. There,
Okay.
you can't fling it up there and get a
You
lucky catch. None of that.
you brought up a great point for this analogy when you talk about sacks versus pressure. So let's talk about boxing for a second. Let's talk about Floyd Money Mayweather. Pound for pound, probably arguably the best boxer of his time, right? So Floyd was 51-0 when he finished boxing. You know how many knockouts Floyd Mayweather had?
Probably had like two or three of them. I know. I don't know. I know he
It's
had more
probably
than that. I mean,
it was probably single digits. So when you look at all the fights that Floyd Mayweather won, and he was 51-0, was it the knockouts you was expecting, or did he add pressure every single round to win those
I
fights?
did. I didn't expect him to knock nobody out. That's one thing about me. I didn't.
So hold on. So the pressure that he put on his opponent for 12 rounds got him the victory, right? Not just one knockout.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So since we're talking about boxing, and you can use any boxer that was known to be a Mike Tyson. I don't know how many knockouts Mike had in his career. Let's say 45. Let's say he had 45 total knockouts, and there's 12 rounds. There's 12 rounds each fight, right? The 12 rounds each fight. So what's that? 500 and let's say close to 600 rounds. So out of those 600 rounds, he probably knocked somebody down. Let's say 50 times. I don't know, because normally he knock you down one time, you ain't getting back out.
Okay.
You ain't getting back up.
I'm gonna let you go now. I want to say one thing. You gotta think about the fear factor too now. There's also a fear factor. Mental game too. When you got a guy like Mike Tyson compared to a guy like Floyd, that mental game is real. When you see a guy like Tyson in front of you, it's like, oh, whew. You know, that pressure may turn into a sack, because a guy like Peyton Manning, he going to the ground. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that guy that can get there, man, is man, I get the pressures, man, but if you can get pressure 70% of the time, you might get a sack, you know, 25 or 30% of the time. I mean, I'd rather have a sack though. I mean, to be real, I'd rather have a sack.
The percentage is way lower than that as opposed to the pressures. Way lower than that. Don't even put it up that high. Don't even set that up like that. The pressures is probably less than 10. I mean, the sacks are probably less than 10% when you can look at it from game to game. Pressure versus sacks. There's some games where the defense may only get one sack, but it probably had about 30 pressures. There may be some games that the defense had 7 sacks, but they probably had 45 pressures. And I try to get people to understand you can't get sacks unless you get pressure first. And every pressure don't always end up in a sack. It just don't. That's simple. I don't know how simple I can put
but if
it.
you can put it like
hold on.
You're not wrong when you say that.
You can't get a sack without pressure. You just can't. There's no such thing. You cannot get to the quarterback. You cannot sack him unless you put pressure on him to get the sack.
Wait. If you when you think about the last minutes of a game, when you think about the last 2 minutes of a game, you know, the pressures. I feel like pressures are more like 3-point shots in the NBA. You shoot them early on in the game, you know, get in. Okay, everything is going good, but all of a sudden the game is close. Those jacking up them threes, they not gonna be the same effect that they was early in the game. Now you gotta get to the quarterback and get them down instead of them pressures. Like when you got 2 minutes left in the game and you getting these pressures, but you ain't getting to the guy. You can go downfield. You going downfield. That's what I'm saying. You would rather get a guy to the ground. Boom. That's a loss of 5. Oh, I seen that. Yeah, I seen it.
Gerald made it. He explained it clearly. The defensive scheme that helped Seattle and Philly win Super Bowls, getting home with 4. They both do that. Seattle and Philly. Seattle did not have a double-digit sack person last year at all whatsoever. But they got the most pressures in the league. And that pressure for 4 quarters did more damage than
how many
2 or 3 sacks.
How many sacks did he have all year as far as pressures?
For the year?
Yeah.
Somebody looked that up. How many sacks did Seattle have for the whole year? Yeah. How many sacks did Seattle have for the whole year?
Yeah, because I know Denver had the most sacks. They had like 62 or 70 or something like 62.
Okay.
Um,
What was Denver record last year?
it was like 13 and what 13 games, I
How
believe.
yes, yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. Something like that. But they also could apply a lot of pressure. I think they ranked in the top 5 in pressures as well. So what that tells me is a lot of their pressures were converted into sacks. So they got the best
Okay.
of both worlds.
Okay. Now, what team had the most pressures but didn't really get home like that? What was it? See, it's a lot of stuff. I need to I need to go look that up. How many teams
Okay.
had the
Look
most
look at
pressures but
look
didn't
look
get home,
look it
and what was
up.
their record?
Look look it up, and we can have this conversation again. But I'm gonna move on a little bit. Let's see. Gerald says Seattle had 47 sacks last season. That was top 10. They had 47 sacks. So out of 17 regular season games, 17, 34, a little over 2.5 sacks a game. Hey Gerald, look how many pressures did they have for the year? I'll be interested in knowing that. Eternal 252 says Seattle also had a 2K wide receiver putting up a lot of points, so the defense didn't have to get sacks. That's not true. That's not true. Just because you said that, I know you know nothing about Mike McDonald's defense, because that's far from the truth. But okay, so is Princely getting sacks or pressures? Uh, to be determined. 336. Haha. Tyrese said, "What's going on, fellas? What's good, Tyrese? Thank you for tapping in, my guy." Tebow C. Panther said, "Constant pressure is always good, and getting sacks on third downs is icing on the cake." That's all it is, just a little icing on the cake. Just a little icing on the cake. So we talked about the 4 things that must translate for Princely Umanmielen. Finish pressure, set the edge, show a counter, and repeatability. Let me ask you this, Rashad. How important is repeatability to you? And I know we're talking about Princely right now, but just any edge defender or any defender, period. Well, what does repeatability mean to you when you hear it?
If it's a good thing, it mean that it will mean that they are a very good player. I mean, that's what it means to me. I mean, if they repeatedly do the good stuff that they're supposed to do, it would say to me that they are that's a good player. Now, if they wasn't, it would
Mm,
show me that they was a bad player. So,
okay.
I mean, if you tell me Excel is repeatedly, not knowing where he's at on the field and stepping out of bounds when he should have drug or he could have tapped his feet, or telling me he's repeatedly not getting past the first down line when it's third and 7 or something like that, then I'll be like, yeah. But if Jalen Coker is repeatedly, catching catches and not dropping the ball and doing that, he's a good player. So that's what it would tell
Okay.
me.
Okay. So you want to see them repeatedly do the good things that they do best.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Gerald Stick said they had 392 pressures last year. And now, I ain't the smartest person in the world. So when you divide 47 sacks into 392, that means they getting a sack for every 7 pressures, something like that. Somebody can do the math on that for me real quick. I just try to just do it in my head. So I think 47 and 392 is probably about seven every 7 pressures they got a sack last year. Talking about the Seattle Seahawks. Carolina, we only had 30 sacks for the year. which ranked 27th in the league. I think Jason Phillips was 1 or 2 pressures off of what we did all year, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can double check that for me. I could have sworn somebody had brought that up before. But yeah. All right. So my first half debate question, and Papa, you can go first. Did Fan Fest earn Umanmielen a larger defensive role, or did it only earn him more meaningful preseason repetitions?
We could have did both. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I don't think he was ever in question. Can he do it? This, that, and other. I think he just had to take the back seat a little bit, recovering from injuries, and then Nic Scourton playing pretty well last year. So because obviously they believed in him, they wouldn't have drafted him. But now that he got the opportunity to showcase what he can do, I don't think he's gonna be in this preseason game. To be honest with you, I don't. We're not we don't have the strongest. Well, I'm gonna just call it what it is. I mean, the injury bug has been hitting us, especially the linebacker row. And if I know Dave Canales the way I think I do, I don't think you're gonna see Presley out there. I think you're gonna see nothing but the newer guys or the guys we don't know much about. See what they got. Maybe your Incoons or the other guys that we got that's a little further back on the roster. So, but yeah.
Okay, Rashad, what you think? Did Fan Fest earn Umanmielen a larger defensive role, or did it only earn him more meaningful preseason repetitions?
Preseason repetition. Ain't earn him nothing. That one little scrimmage ain't earn him nothing. You gotta show more. You gotta do it all throughout training camp, every preseason.
Right. So Poppin said he don't believe that we'll see Princely out there Thursday. What you think? You think we'll see him?
I doubt it, but if we do, it'll probably be for like a series or something. It won't be for like, maybe, you know, a series if we do. But I doubt we do. I doubt he plays anybody that's other than maybe Kenny Pickett. But that's Kenny. I don't know.
Okay. So Gerald,
You think Kenny Pickett playing?
sticks.
You think anybody reasonable playing?
Yeah, Kenny Pickett's gonna play. Him and Haynes King. I wouldn't be surprised if
Yup,
Kenny
yup.
Pickett plays the first half and Haynes King get the second half. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. We ain't got but 3 quarterbacks on the roster. And you know Bryce ain't playing. So yeah, you gonna see some Haynes. You gonna see Kenny Pickett. Maybe only a quarter. Maybe only a quarter. And you'll see Haynes King the rest of the way.
So they got rid of Kyle Trask because I know they just worked him out. But
they didn't sign him. They didn't sign him. They brought him in, but they didn't sign him.
And what about the other guy?
Who?
The one that played in the UFL league or whatever. We had him here before.
Jack Plummer?
Howard's favorite, Jack Plummer.
He wasn't brought back.
Oh, I thought I seen something. All right, never mind.
No, no, hell no.
What part of the CFL or something?
Jack Plummer played in the UFL last year.
What's the UFL? The United Football League or something? What's that?
Yep, exactly. Hey, Gerald Stick said Seattle had 1 sack every 8.3 pressures. 1 sack every 8.3 pressures. Yep. So it was an 8-to-1 ratio. That was an 8-to-1 ratio for them. They got home. They got pressured 8.3 times. The next one was a sack.
Yes. Yeah.
Eternal said Princely will be behind Pat Jones in real season unless he has a James Pierce type season. All right, Eternal. And CJ said the Unwanted Football League. All right. Appreciate you guys tapping in. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. So Rashad, what matters more Thursday? Oh no, I already asked you that question. How should no, I don't want to ask that one either.
What?
Oh no. Do you think Carolina should add another veteran edge defender? Rashad?
At first I said yes. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You hear me? Oh yeah, okay. I was about to say at first I was like yes when I first heard this question. And then I started thinking about it and I said, you know what? I would just stick with what we have right now, see what happens. And then by the time we get into the regular season, then we can see if we want to pick up one of those guys. Because I know a lot of those guys don't even want to go through training camp anyway. So a lot of those guys probably wait until like halfway through so they can sign when things start to wind down. But
Yeah.
if I did have to get one guy, the one guy I do see is Hassan. I wouldn't mind signing him, but it all depends
Oh,
on what he
Hassan
want
Reddick.
and how much you want and if you want to be a starter. Yeah, Hassan Reddick. He's probably like
Gotcha.
one of the only guys the only vets that I see that's a freedom that I look at like, okay, I wouldn't mind him. But the other guys kind of like, no, I'd rather stick with the guys we have. But he's probably like the only one I see that I look at like, yeah, if we sign him, I'll be straight with that. But I
Okay.
don't think we
Papa, what you
need
got?
to. But
Oh,
I wouldn't mind him. You know what I mean?
right. Papa, what you got?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to sign another guy. I mean, we got that guy from Duke, I believe. Heard he's got a lot of potential. It
Oh,
really
Aaron
depends.
Hall.
Aaron Hall. I'm keeping my eye out on him because I'm hearing some good stuff.
But is he an edge? I think he's a more of a 3 technique. I don't believe he's an edge defender.
Well, we'll see. Hey, you know, they say they like guys that can do multiple things. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I believe he's a 3 tech too, but
Yeah.
sometimes I don't understand the things they do. It wouldn't hurt. I mean, especially because of what's been going down lately. I mean, I won't be mad at it. It really, if you're gonna do it, it all depends on the type of quality of player that you bring it in.
Right.
And I don't
Okay.
need nobody else coming here robbing the bank. We're used to that, Turk Wharton. I don't need nobody else doing that.
Okay. Papa, I'll go right back to you for this last one. Do you think Princely can become an early down defender or only a passing down specialist? From what you have seen thus far, do you think he can be an early down defender or just a passing down specialist?
That's to be determined. He hasn't had enough sacks I think for anybody to really say he can be, an every down uh, guy on the field. I don't know. He hasn't had enough snaps. Uh, so potentially, yeah, I would love for him to be that way. Like I said, with him and Princely on the other side, um, I mean him and Phillips on the other side, that'd be great. And like I said, I'm not trying to sit on Pat Jones. I like Pat Jones too. I mean, but this is last season here. You will hope that the guy that you invested in starts to take off. I hope by the end of the year we can really answer that question and say, yeah, he can do it. That's what I really hope.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Rashad, what you got? You have to unmute your mic because I muted your mic.
He might be shaking it.
Don't just.
You said what now?
Oh God. Hey, you know, hey, Papa just wanted to make sure, man, you don't shook all the dew off the lily, man. That's all. That's what Papa wanted to
That's
know.
it, man. Make sure you aim straight.
Yeah. We ain't want to hear all that. We ain't want to hear all that, Rashak, so I had to mute you, dog.
Oh, what? Oh, damn. Okay. Hold on.
Man, but he was live.
Hey, Rashak.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, you must have got a major. You sound like you got a major delay.
It's probably a little bit delayed. I think it's a little bit delayed because, like, whenever you say something, it's like, I hear you. But then when I respond, it's like, you ain't hear me. I'll be like, you hear me? Then you be like, yeah, I heard you. I'll be like, okay.
So the
But I hear you.
question was, can Princely become an early down defender or only a passing down specialist? What say you?
I think right now I'm gonna give him that specialist role right now. And I think he become one every down. I mean, I think he can, but I don't know if it's gonna be right now. I don't know if it's gonna be this year. So right now I'm gonna put him at the specialty guy right now. Put him on the third down.
Okay. All right. So
what's your answer on that, Tony?
What?
What you think?
The same question? Oh, for me?
Yeah.
I think there's some things. No, let me say it. Let me say it this way. I don't think we have seen enough action from him to determine whether or not he can be a 3-down player. You know what I'm saying? I knew what he can do when he was at Ole Miss. You know what I'm saying? I thought he set the edge pretty good. He definitely got a multitude of moves in his toolbox when it comes to rushing the quarterback and getting to the quarterback. He got a hell of a first step. But on the NFL level, you know, when you talk about weighing 240, 245, I mean, that was Brian Burns' weight when he came into the league out of Florida State. And one of the things that we said about Brian Burns, he can't set the edge. And it wasn't until he put on weight, you know, over the next 3 or 4 years where you saw him become better at setting the edge. You know, we knew the pass rush skills was there. That was there from day one, right? So maybe that's what they see from Princely so far. Because in this defense, because they only rush for majority of the time, those edge defenders have to be able to set the edge. You have to be able to set the edge as well as rush. So if you just a one-trick pony, then that would explain why Nic Scourton was in the lineup over Princely. You know what I'm saying? So I hope he becomes better at that. And because I believe that him and Nick are the future when it comes to edge rushers for us. I believe they are the future. Yeah. Broski, you might as well come on and hit the panel, my guy. We're about to talk about your favorite subject. You are right on time. He said, I doubt Princely and Pat Jones play in the Hall of Fame game. Okay. Hit that like button on your way up. Let me drop the link for you again, my friend, so we can have this discussion about your Chicago Bears. I told you I was going to have this for you today. Man of my word. And you are right on time, my friend. Right on time. All right, so we're going to transition to the halftime. The disciplined Carolina the discipline Carolina needs from its edge rushers, from its edge defenders, will matter immediately when the regular season begins. The Panthers host Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears in Week 1 on Sunday, September 13th. Chicago is entering its second season in Ben Johnson's system. That offense already proved it could create points, explosive plays, and late game comebacks. The question now is whether greater familiarity makes Williams and the Bears even more difficult to defend. All right. So let me go ahead and throw this banner up there. The opponent spotlight today is the Chicago Bears. All right. And let me move on to my next slide. So is Caleb Williams or Chicago's offensive structure the biggest threat? So here's the facts first. In Ben Johnson's first year as Chicago's head coach, the Bears won the NFC North and defeated Green Bay in the playoffs. Chicago's offense ranked sixth in total yards, scored the third most points in franchise history, and produced the NFL's second most explosive plays. Caleb Williams set a Bears single-season record with 3,942 passing yards, throwing 27 touchdowns against 7 interceptions while helping Chicago win 7 games it trailed in the final 2 minutes. The offense returned key weapons including Rome Odunze, Luther Burton III, Coastal Loveland, and Cole Kmet, giving Williams strong continuity in the passing game. During the July 31st practice, Williams led a 2-minute touchdown drive, including 3 completions to Loveland and a 14-yard score, addressing Chicago's 27th ranked end-of-half scoring efficiency from last season. All right. So the context is the most dangerous versions of Williams may not be the quarterback scrambling around and rescuing broken plays. It may be the quarterback who understands the offense well enough that the play does not break down. A second season in the same system can improve protection, communication, and pre-snap identification, route timing and receiver landmarks, quarterback anticipation and situational execution, play sequencing, and overall offensive rhythm, faster decisions with less hesitation before the snap. Chicago's continuity can remove hesitation. All right. So, got 4 things here on the board. Let's see. The Bears last season with 3rd rushing, 10th in passing. Okay. Broski, hit the link. Like I said, hit the link. Come on up and have a conversation about your Bears. All right. So, 4 things I figure that Carolina must control when Chicago has the ball. As number 1, keep Caleb Williams contained. So you have to control the rush lanes, no easy escape routes. Number 2 is limit the explosive plays, protect the deep field, tackle after the catch. Number 3 is win early down, stop the run, force 3rd and long. And number 4, defend the 2-minute offense, communications, substitutions, and finish the half. All right. So, Rashad, you can go first. So when you see these 4 things that I have here on the screen, 1 through 1, 2, 3, and 4, which one stands out to you the most that Carolina must do in order to control the game against the Bears?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say 3. Stop the run, force 3rd and long. I think that's what we got to do because
Which
as
you said number
good as
3?
Caleb, yeah, as good as Caleb Williams was this year, he still had some accuracy struggles. And he still had an extra weapon in DJ Moore. He couldn't get the ball to DJ Moore. DJ Moore got frustrated last year. I know this is his 2nd year, but I think this year he's still learning, and I think they're gonna pretty much they're gonna be a run heavy team, and I believe we can stop the run. I believe we're built to stop
Okay.
the run this year. If everybody stay healthy, I believe we built to stop the run this year. So it's going to force him to throw the ball, and we have, you know, like at least a top 10 cornerback duo coming off of last year. So I think we will. I think number three is what we need to do to win this game versus Chicago.
So do you believe that Carolina has the front to control Chicago's offensive line?
At least a top 10 cornerback duo coming off of
Hey
last
Rashad,
year.
we
So
we can we
I
can
think
we can hardly hear you. We can hardly hear you, dog. I don't know what you on right now, but we can't even hardly hear you. So I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you on that one. Driver, what's going on, driver?
What it do?
What it do, baby?
Oh
How was your
man,
weekend?
yeah. Oh man, I ain't shit, man. Number working, man. Number working for real.
Nothing but where I feel you. I feel you. Man, you gotta make
Yeah,
a
man.
dollar.
Gotta
Man,
make
gotta make a
some,
dollar.
man. God
Yeah.
damn.
So listen, we talking
Man.
about the Chicago Bears, especially when they're on offense, and what Carolina must do to control them. So I have one is keep Williams contained, two limit explosive plays, three win the early downs, and the four defend 2 minute offense. So out of those four, which one would you say is the most important for Carolina to control the game?
Limited explosive plays, man. So I mean, we could do that. Shit, we good. Yeah. So I mean, I think this
You
what
said limited
year what?
explosive plays.
Yeah, because I think this what
Okay.
year 2 or year 3 on the that coach he got. So I mean, I'm pretty sure they chemistry together. So they gotta just, we gotta come out there and play like how we play. We playing at home, so we limiting explosive game. I mean plays and controlling the line of scrimmage. I mean, I'm pretty certain that we're gonna pull this game out, man. I don't really have like I say, it's really not much you could really do until we could see the who gonna be available. But at this point, I think we gotta limit them to explosive plays. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think Carolina linebackers can handle Colston Loveland and Cole Kmet, their tight ends?
Oh, I'm not certain yet. You know what I'm saying? I think when you say handle, you mean that's kind of a tough question because I don't. It's hard to stop a tight end in today's NFL. So, uh, do I think they'll be able to? I say compete with them. I think we could compete, but it's just gonna be hard, man. They coaches are well put together. He know how to put some shit together now. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say we're gonna be able to stop they tight end.
Right.
No, I ain't gonna say that. Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Okay. Real quick before I go to you, Poppy. Hey, we've been in here for an hour and 16 minutes now. If you're enjoying the conversation, enjoying the vibes, enjoying the energy that the morning kickoff with Unbiased Opinion has brought to you this fine Monday morning, show love to the channel. QR codes in the top right. You can scan that. Support the show. I would greatly appreciate it. There's also a pinned comment in the YouTube chat that's pinned at the top. The link to my PayPal as well. So whatever your heart leads you to donate, this morning, hey, but buy a brother a cup of tea and a muffin this morning. I would greatly appreciate that. I really like my tea and muffins first thing in the morning. So, yeah, this definitely will help go towards making the channel better, improving the channel. I'm always constantly thinking of ways to improve it. So, a small donation on your behalf will be greatly appreciated. My daily goal is $25. That's my daily goal. So again, not trying to pay the rent or car note, just trying to, make enough to where I can continue to improve the content for you guys. 5 days a week, 7 a.m. Eastern time. I don't think I've been late not one time thus far. So my attendance is pretty good. I think it's about 100%. So yeah, I greatly
You been late,
appreciate
nigga.
it. No, I haven't. Not one time. But Poppin,
Yes, sir.
out of these top four, which one is the most important for you that Carolina must control?
Well, I had a question about number 3. Are you talking about our offense win early downs or
No,
their offense?
win the early downs, meaning us stop the run, force and third and long. Just what it says.
Okay.
This is when Chicago has the ball.
Okay. All right. I think we got to win the early down. Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
Because if you win the early downs, you're gonna make them go into the halftime have to restructure their concept of thinking and game plan. Because if you win the early downs, they have to try to do some explosive plays later on. Hopefully, it's because we're playing from leading. Dang, that truck was loud. Sorry. Hopefully, because we're winning. And then they have to try to take deeper shots, which is what I would rather them do, because I believe on our corners. But yeah, that's what I would go with. Win the early downs.
Do you believe the Panthers can stop the run without bringing a safety down in the box?
It's kind of hard to say because we haven't been good at stopping the run in the past several years. This would be the first test. We got all these new additions that we're have put on the team. That should be their first task that they need to accomplish. And this is a good team to do that against. So right now, I'm gonna say no until I've seen it.
So what happens if Chicago stays in manageable down the distance?
Oh, they're gonna have to go to that chalkboard and draw something up. I mean, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. That means they're eating up the clock. You're not getting the ball. That means your offense is just sitting there, and your defense is being tired. And we've seen plenty of that. So yeah, some gonna have to change. Some have to switch. You got to put your paws on them.
I like what you did there.
Appreciate it, sir.
Hey, driver, same question to you. What happens if Chicago stays in manageable down the distance?
I mean, if they controlling the clock, man, I mean, shit, ain't nothing you can do. I mean, this is they're NFL coaches, so I'm pretty sure they could scheme up something, but by watching the Bears play, man, and with the offense they got, man, if they win in that way, man, like I say, man, we gotta stop the bleeding or we're gonna get smashed either way. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, goddamn, Tony, man, you always putting us in the bind, man. God. Damn.
I'm just trying to ask good questions, man. I'm just trying to make you think. I told you I'm trying to shake a little honey from the tree. That's what I do, man.
Man, fuck the Bears, god damn it. Shit. Yeah, all the bad fan, you motherfucker, fuck y'all. Y'all sick of you motherfuckers because y'all know y'all week what anyway.
Whoa, driver. Come on now.
Early in the morning, he
Yeah.
cussing. Jeez.
Let's not do all that. Good Lord. Stick to the question, dog. Stick to the question.
I hope so, Tar Heel.
Yeah, man. Sick of these the Bears and they fan base. They think Caleb Williams is the man. So but yeah, man. I think, like I say, man, we can't allow them to control the clock. So, hopefully we can come out, set the tone. We at home, we at the bank, and that won't even be a thought. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. We need them in long downs and long fields and making sure we can good maintain field position. So as long as we can control the ball, like I say, yeah. So yeah, man.
Okay. So nobody chose number 4, defend the 2-minute offense. And that's something that the Bears were pretty good at last year. Their 2-minute offense. So I think that's definitely something that, along with what you guys have mentioned, win the early downs, limit the explosive plays, things that 1, 2, and 3. But I also think 4, because in 2-minute situations, when you look at what Chicago has been good at in the 2-minute situation and what the Panthers has been bad at in a 2-minute situation, those two things combined is not favorable for Carolina. You know what I'm saying? That prevent, playing in the parking lot defense, as CJ will call it, that don't bode well against a team, with Caleb Williams in the Chicago Bears, who seems to shine in 2-minute situations. So, who controls Carolina's communication during the hurry up situation? Driver, you go first on that one.
I'm not. Like I said, I think that Trevor Wallace gonna end up being the mic. So I think him and the safety, probably get them together. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? I know Devin Lloyd, he out there, but I don't think they giving him the mic. I think they gonna make him play off ball.
Well, he's gonna be off ball, but he's wearing the green dot, so he's calling the defensive plays this season.
Where you heard
You
that
sure?
from?
You sure about that?
Yeah, don't say I'm
They've already said that. They said that right initially after they signed him. Ivero even talked about that. Dave Canales has talked about that. Yeah, that ain't nothing I'm making up. They said that publicly.
I ain't trying to interrupt you, but I see the interview where they interviewed Trevor Wallace and said he was gonna be the mic, and they asked him how it feel that for him to be the wearing the mic to start the season.
What interview you saw that? Because I would like to go back and watch it.
It had to be like at least 2 weeks ago. So he was doing one probably when they had that the first time they met up in the off season. So it might have been like more than 2 weeks, probably about a month ago. Yeah, I just can't.
Yeah,
but they asked him now.
If you find it, let me know.
Yeah, I mean they were just asking a question. I'm not sitting up here trying to explain that. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
all I'm saying is Java, is I haven't seen it. If you find it, let me know, because I want to watch it. I want to see it.
Yeah.
I ain't saying you lying or nothing. Go ahead, Papa. You was getting ready to say something? Popping. Okay. Popping is not in a good area right now. Just mute him for a second. All right. Driver. Do you believe that Iveros should simplify the calls at the end of the half?
Do I think he should simplify the plays? You say before half?
Yeah, should Iveros simplify the calls at the end of the half? Yeah, so it could be at the end of the first half and towards the end of the game.
I think, to be honest, I think he actually have been simplifying it, the pretty much. I think it's self-explanatory what he's doing. I think it just he haven't had the players around, to establish what he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't watch players, be in position they just couldn't make the play. So I'm not thinking, that he has to adjust to accommodate, the talent that we got. But I do think that now that we got some old veterans on defense that could probably, get a quicker jump on the defense of what he's trying to put together, because that's what I think the difference between Rose Boone and Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd will be able to come straight in and understand the defense. So I don't think he had to do nothing to simplify at this point.
Right. Big Zip, what's happening, baby?
What's going on? Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing?
Good morning, man. Everything's pie. Everything's pie this morning. What's happening with you?
Hell yeah. Hey, man. Tony, as usual, you got another good discussion going this morning, brother. Hey, I heard something that I really didn't like. You know what I'm saying? So I figured I'd hit the link. You know what I'm
saying? Okay. Talk about it.
Man, goddamn it. In what football motherfucking world would you give a Trevin Wallace a goddamn green dot over Devin Lloyd? Please, because that makes 0 sense. 0.
Yeah, he talking to you, driver.
Well, I don't think he understood what I was saying. I was basically pointing out that they said that Trevor Wallace gonna be the green mic. Had a green mic. They asked him a question about it. I mean, I'm not sitting up here thinking that he gonna be the green mic. Had a mic. I thought Lord would have it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just spreading the information around.
So to make it clear that I'm not attacking you, driver, I just want to say, I feel like if that was to happen, there's some studying in the Carolina Panthers that we need to goddamn be doing, because that just makes 0 sense at all. Like, there's no sense. I don't even understand why some shit like that would be floating around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, they probably asked him in that same interview. I want to see that shit too, Tony. They probably asked him in that same interview, do you really think you deserve it over Devin Lloyd? Because come on, man. Are you serious?
All you probably got to do is Google it. Google that Trevin Wallace interview. I'm telling you, actually, nigga, hey, I remember. I watched the whole interview.
I'm not saying you lying either, driver. I'm just saying, like I say, if Carolina was to do that, then we really need to take a step back and look at this shit and what's going on. Because why the fuck would you pay Devin Lloyd all of that money and not make him your green dot? Especially when you're looking at his overall, what he's done in the NFL overall. There's no motherfucking way I'm giving Trevin Wallace a green dot over him. Maybe they were talking about a scenario where Devin Lloyd isn't available. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe in a certain scheme where Devin Lloyd might be playing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen him with his hands in the dirt either. So I can't say that. But I just don't think that makes Devin Lloyd.
Who with their hands in the dirt? Yeah,
Devin
you ain't
Lloyd.
gonna see. You ain't never see him with his hands in the dirt.
Exactly. So I just don't see no other position that he would play on the defense besides the Mike with a green dot.
Yeah.
Like
I see an interview that he did back in 2024. We were talking about wearing the green dot helmet. That was his rookie year. I don't see anything. I don't see anything for 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah. I just know that that Dave Canales and Evero have both said publicly that Devin Lloyd will be wearing the green dot. So it would be crazy for something to have come out somewhere else and Trevin Wallace is saying that he's gonna wear the green dot. Well, that's like conflicting stories. You know what I'm saying? So I think we will see. We will see. Now, if Devin Lloyd is not playing Thursday against the Cardinals, which I doubt that he will play, and if Trevin Wallace does play, of course he'll wear the green dot, during that time. But in the regular season game, week 1, I would err on the side of caution and go with Dave Canales and Evero has said multiple times this offseason that Devin Lloyd is wearing the green dot. So Zip, let me ask you a question. So we was talking about the Chicago Bears, and this is when they have the ball. They on offense. Also up on the screen is 4 things that I felt like Carolina must do to control the Bears. 1 is keep Caleb Williams contained. 2 is limit the explosive plays. 3 is win early downs. And 4 is defend the 2-minute offense. Of those 4 things, which is the most important to you?
Let me see. I think to be honest with you, I think it's going to be keeping Williams contained, because I think that will fall into winning early downs and limiting the explosive plays. I think if you keep him contained, that's going to limit his explosive plays. And that's really what we want to do. We want to make him stay in the pocket and pass on this secondary. And we really want to make him go down the field.
Hey, Zip, turn your radio down because I hear myself reverbing in your background.
Oh, okay, yeah. You connected to my car. Is it better now?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I think that'll if we can contain him, we can officially, slow down their offense. And to be honest with you, Tony, I think our defense, with the additions that we made, matches up well against their offense.
Okay. All right. So now when I'm glad you say that because when you look at from they got two tight ends that is equally as good in blocking and pass catching, and Coastal Loveland and Cole Kmet, which when they were coming out of school, I wanted both of them. You know what I'm saying? So you're probably going to see a lot of 12 personnel with those two. So yes, we upgraded with Devin Lloyd, but I still feel like the linebacker position is one of the weaker positions on the defensive side of the ball. So we know what Devin Lloyd can do in coverage. What happens when they employ that 12 personnel and it's in a passing down and both tight ends is in receiving routes? do we have two linebackers that can cover those guys?
I think one of them may, but to be honest with you, Tony, I
Oh,
think
you
that that'll be something that'll come later on in the game as they try to search for answers on the offensive side of the ball. I think coming in, they're going to come out 13 personnel and try to run the ball, and I think through that interior.
you breaking up,
Now,
Zip. You breaking up bad. You breaking up, Zip.
Those guys will get out edge. But I think we'll get a better, run stopping through the middle of the line this year.
Okay, you was breaking up real bad. We missed majority of what you just said.
Hey, hush! Oh, I'm fucking crying, man.
Yeah, we okay. Zip dropped off. All right. So Papa asked me a question. Let's see. Papa said, "Do you believe in Wallace, Tony?" I believe in him. He has been injury prone the past couple years. His rookie year, he was thrown into the fire. He was asked to do some things before he was, technically ready. From that standpoint, I do believe if you can just allow him to pray, play freely, not to do a lot of thinking out there, I think he would be more beneficial and serve the team better in situations like that. I do like that he bulked up a little bit from when he came in as a rookie. I think around as a rookie came in around like 232, 235, something like that. And if I'm not mistaken, last year they had him at like 240, 245. So I like, that the added weight that he put on. I think it would serve him well if he's playing the on ball linebacker position. But I still believe Devin Lloyd is the green dot. And if Trevin Wallace can step up and be a true Mike linebacker, then that bodes well not only for him but also for Devin Lloyd, because that means both of them will be allowed to do what I think they do best. So yeah, I believe in Trevin Wallace, but he has to stay healthy. He has to stay healthy. He has to be available. Nick Tri-State, what's happening?
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. What's going on with you, brother? You sound like you got a frog in your throat.
Nah, I literally woke up, Tone, like 10 minutes ago. Today my day off, so I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel you.
Get to sleep. I haven't slept till 8:30 in weeks. How you doing though?
I feel you. I'm good, man. I'm good.
What's the topics for today, bro?
So right now we
No,
talking about the
what up, Nick?
What up?
hold on, Rashad. Hold on. So
Hey,
right now
I
we
was about to
talking
say.
about
Oh, my bad.
Rashad. Hold on, dog. Hold on. So right now we're talking about the Chicago Bears, the offense, their offense and what Carolina must do to control them. So on the screen I have four things that I felt like Carolina needed to do in order to control the Bears offense. And one is keep Caleb Williams contained, two, limit explosive plays, three, win early downs, and four, defend a 2-minute offense.
Mm.
So of those four things that I have listed there on the screen,
Um, I would. You can hear me? Hello? I know my audio didn't just go out, bro.
I hear
Oh, you hear me?
you. yeah, yeah,
You hear me, Ray
yeah, I
J?
hear you.
Oh, okay.
Tone must have
Okay.
must have the phone.
My answer would probably be I would lean toward three. I would win the early downs. If we win the early downs and stop the run early, I think we'll have good success against the Bears for sure. I would lean toward the winning the early downs, but also keeping Caleb contained and keeping him in the pocket. That would be that'd be the other one I'd probably lean toward. Definitely 1 and 3.
Oh, damn. Tone must oh something must have had
Tone
some
must have fell
technical
out.
difficulties must be.
Yeah. Sorry, we hold him down for now. Ray Shack, what's good?
That's good.
Chilling.
Man, yeah, man. Yeah, we was talking about that. I just hopped back on because when he said something about when Papa was saying with Wallace, did he believe in Wallace? I'm like, yeah. I told Papa like Wallace gonna be good this year. I don't know where Papa went to though. He was up here though.
I hope you and Poppin are correct. I hope Trevor Wallace is good, but if not, then we need to make an adjustment. I
No,
want to
I
see
was
if
saying Papa.
oh yeah, if
Papa
yeah, I
was
mean
saying, yeah.
yeah.
No, he was saying what you saying.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
was like his
I agree
injury
with what
history.
Poppin said as in regards to um like if Wallace plays well, that's huge for our defense. But if not, man, I'd love to see Trayvon Morig play more linebacker. I think a lot of people don't realize, bro. He took 200. He played 276 snaps at linebacker last year, so he's getting used to that shit. And if Trevor Wallace's shoulder doesn't hold up, because he keeps having surgery on that same freaking shoulder, and that's alarming. You feel me? If you keep getting surgery on the same thing, and you're that young, it ain't looking too good. It ain't looking too
Yeah,
good.
I mean he
Not
a
at
good
all.
downhill linebacker. He can be a real good downhill
He,
linebacker, but yeah,
yes,
you gotta get
I
over them.
agree. I think Trevor Wallace has has really good ability.
Yeah, he's gotta stay healthy. If he stay healthy, I think he can be one of those 90 plus tackles. Um, he can get you some sacks too. He can get you about 3, 4 sacks. He can get you some shots.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I think he's more of a downhill more than a coverage. I don't think he's a coverage linebacker. I think he can be decent at it in the end zone, but
Well,
you don't want him one on one with no.
his coverage grade was actually better than his run stopping. I mean, I ain't gonna hold your rate, Shaq. I don't know if you know this. He had the highest missed tackle rate for all starting linebackers last year. He had like an 8.4% missed tackle rate, which is the worst for all linebackers in the league last year. So that's kind of a
I
big deal.
I didn't see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But I
Yep.
know he did make a few plays though. He made a few plays before he went out with the injury though. Um, but I mean, like this is third year, so I think what is it? He was the second round draft pick, so he only got like another year left. So you know, they third year is usually when they really buckle down and you know what they are. If he don't do it this year, then he ain't gonna do it at all. So yeah, damn, Tone must be out of service.
So I mean, I'll try and hold it down until Tone come back. Yeah. So I have a really good friend who's a Bears fan. I was texting him yesterday. I said, as a Bears fan, can you obviously provide me some insight so I could relay back to my Panther fans? And he said, "Quote, LOL. I think it'll be a good game week one. Very few teams are primed out the gate. I would suspect our offense is the best we've Sounds like Caleb really is taking strides in the offense, but from what I've heard so far, what does it say? From what I've heard so far, our defense is a big question mark. Lots of cover issues, two new safeties. Kyler Gordon is made of glass on the pup list to start off camp. Fans say they see him partying at clubs. That's not good. Trevon Dexter gets loads of hate from our fan base, but we have him, the ghost of Grady Jarrett, and one need Andrew Billings, and a rookie who blew out his knee and played edge better than D tackle this year. We brought in 3 journeymen and a 6th-round rookie, although I do love the 6th-rounder, relying on Austin Booker, question mark at interior D-line, and we got speed at the linebacker position, but I think our defense could be cheeks like week 1. So my buddy, a Bears fan, does not have a lot of um, hope in the defense week 1. So I think that, if the Panthers are able to run the ball consistently, especially early, I think we should be all right week 1. What up, Tone?
My God, I
Anyone
greatly
hear me?
appreciate you.
Tone, can you hear me?
Can you hear me
If
now?
you're speaking, Tone, I cannot hear you. I'm gonna try falling out and coming back.
Hey, can everybody in the chat hear me? I don't know what happened, but I had to shut my stuff down and restart it. Y'all let me know by putting the 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Can you hear me now, Nick?
Yes, sir. Yes, you're clear. Clear. Can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, man.
All
Yeah,
right, cool.
I don't know what happened. I lost connection on everything. I appreciate you holding it down, my guy.
No doubt.
While I try to work this out. So what did I miss thus far?
Nothing. I was just filling in because I have like one of my best friends is actually a Bears fan. So we had a conversation the other day. I was just relaying a text message he sent to me. He's basically saying
Yeah.
how he's reading the offense is looking great, but the defense is not looking good at all.
Okay.
So yeah.
All
And
right. Yeah, I apologize. I apologize everyone for that delay. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm good, brother. You rock out.
Square circle. You know what? That's that next telephone for you, Tony. Nah, nah. Hey, all my internet connection said it was connected. Everything. Only thing I know, YouTube said the chat was disconnected. Then nobody could hear me on the panel. Then I lost everything. So I don't know. But I'm glad we're back. Hey, shout out to Nick Tri-State for holding it down again. But yeah, go ahead, Nick. I'm gonna pick it back off what you was talking about. You and your friend. What are you
Yeah,
saying about the Bears?
he's saying Kyler Gordon is starting the season on the pup list and he's made of glass, and they have 2 new safeties who are adjusting to the defense. But he's saying the defense has not looked good so far. He said the offense has looked good. Luther Burden has been looking real sharp, he told me, but yeah, he said the defense isn't looking too good. And as far as we know, like last year, that was Chicago's weakness. They weren't good at stopping the run. So if we're able to run the ball consistently, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah,
And this
yeah.
just came out. Ben Johnson just Underdog just tweeted this. Ben Johnson, Kyle Monangai considered day to day with a soft tissue injury, so it's not looking too serious. But he's hurt. He got hurt a little bit. So
Okay, Kyle Manungai,
yep,
soft tissue issues. But
yep,
hey, just like Carolina is not the only team going through injuries this early part of training camp. Everybody is
yep,
going through injuries. You know
yep,
what I mean? So
yep.
I'm not surprised. I'm not shook by it. I bet you the only thing that they're concerned about is him being ready.
Week 1.
Uh, Week 1, right?
Yep.
So let whatever's going on right now. Let's take control of it. Let's get ahead of it. And long as he's ready to be part of that two back that two-back backfield, dynamic backfield that Chicago has.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing that really matters is to have him ready for week 1. So you probably won't see him much this preseason, Chicago Bears fans, if he nursing a soft tissue injury.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that
Yeah,
up, Tone, because there's a lot of Panther fans who think, "Oh, only we're biting the injury bug right now." It's like, bro, it goes. It's inevitable. You know what I mean?
right.
It's inevitable. Teams like what team is going to be fully healthy going into the
Nobody.
playoffs? Nobody.
Yeah,
Exactly.
nobody whatsoever. All right, so I'm gonna transition off this Chicago Bears. All right. So the Chicago matchup requires complete defensive discipline. The edge rushers must arrive under control. The interior line must prevent Williams from stepping forward. The linebackers must communicate against the run and tight ends. The secondary must protect against explosive plays without giving Chicago unlimited space underneath. Carolina does not only have to stop the quarterback, it has to stop an offense designed to make the quarterback's job easier. All right. So Thursday's Hall of Fame game begins determining which players can handle those responsibilities. All right. Let me throw this banner up here real quick. Here it is. And get ready for the next slide. The Panthers have an extra preseason game. The real question is how they should use it. So for this second half of the discussion, we're going to talk about what must Carolina learn from the Hall of Fame game. All right. So yes, the Hall of Fame game is not until Thursday, but there are things that that you could be mindful of that I think is important for us to watch and hopefully look for. Maybe we'll answer some questions that a lot of Panther fans have asked this whole off season. So I listed 4 that I believe in: the edge rotation, Umanmielen's complete role, the early downs, the pass situations, Brad Izik's operation. I think that's the biggest one. The play communication, the sequencing of the plays, situational management, receiver game day value, the alignment, the blocking, the special team roles, the role versatility, and number 4 is the unit continuity, enough of veteran structure to evaluate the depth honestly. Okay. So um let's let me well, yeah, let's start right here. So how should Carolina evaluate the edge rotation? So that, like I said before, early down snaps, passing situations, consecutive work, multiple alignments, repetitions beside different defensive linemen, opportunities after the offense adjusts. The Panthers should not evaluate Umanmielen only in situations designed to favor a pass rusher. All right. So, Nick, we do it this way. Nick, off
Yeah.
these 4 that I mentioned that's on the screen, which of those 4 is the most important to you,
And
and why?
this is specifically just for the Hall of Fame game, correct? Tone.
Yeah.
Specifically for the Hall of
Things
Fame
that
game. Yeah.
yeah, things that you want to see, things that you may feel like the Panthers needs to work on,
Yep.
questions that you may have that that needs to
Yeah.
be answered. I know Brad Isaac and his whole operation.
Yeah.
That's
That's
definitely
where
has
I'd
been
lean.
a topic of discussion. But yeah,
I would lean toward that, toward number 2. Brad is it. I'm very eager
okay,
to see, yeah, how we're going to be coming out, formations, route concepts. I'm very, very eager to see what we do. I would lean toward that
okay.
for just strictly the Hall of Fame game.
So I would say there's a number of things. How quickly the call reaches the quarterback.
Yep.
I think you've heard Dave Canales mention that a couple times when he talks about the communication between Brad Isaac and Bryce, the plays are getting called in a lot quicker. There seems to be a stronger connection between Brad and Bryce than it was between Bryce and Dave Canales. Whether the correct personnel enters the game at the right time, whether the offense breaks the huddle on time. So I know that was a discussion. I can't remember if it was on PPP channel where we was talking about how many seconds is left on the clock when we break the huddle, and does that give Bryce enough time to read the defense and you know set up the blocking and all those things, motion and all that within 11 seconds? Do we have enough time? How Brad is it sequenced the plays, how he responds after negative result, how he handles third down, manages the end of the half, how he communicates with Dave Canales. All right. So preseason call sheet, it will be limited, but the operation still has to be clean. All right. It still has to be clean. So do you believe that Carolina can consistently get lined up on time?
I sure hope so because to your point, Tone, those small things like that, they matter. How fast the play gets in, how fast the play gets to the QB, how fast they break the line and get set. I don't want to see no lollygagging. You know what I'm saying? Got to be
Right.
sharp. Got to be sharp. Everything's got to be sharp and efficient.
Yeah. Break the huddle with a purpose, huh?
Yeah, man. No lollygagging.
Yeah.
Ain't no half stepping.
So let me ask you this also. How involved do you think Dave Canales should remain during the game?
Man, that's a great question. I
I
mean,
know.
man, everyone, and all the speculation is Dave wants to, be more involved, and as far as speaking to the refs and communicating with the refs and this, that, and the third, and
Yeah.
from what people told me that I spoke to that went to FanFest, they said Canales was more engaged with the offense at FanFest than Idzik, which was very interesting to hear.
I'm laughing at Tar Heel, man. The Tone came back from the dead. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, but a lot of people told me that Canales had more influence on the offense at FanFest than Idzik. Maybe it was predetermined, but I mean
Mm.
that was interesting to hear.
Maybe he was coaching them up. You
Yeah,
know, what you think about that?
I mean if he's doing that, awesome.
Yeah. Was he calling the plays? That's the thing. Was he calling any plays? That's the thing I would be the most concerned about.
Um, yeah, Tone, it's like my thing with Canales is last year his situational, like his some of his play calling situationally was horrible, bro, especially in the red zone. I think we could all
It
agree on
You
that.
was.
know,
Oh
Yeah,
my
it
I
was.
goodness.
I
So it's
wanted
like,
to. I
what
was
up,
one of those
Zed?
guys who was oblivious to it, but nah, you're right.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so Zip, thank you for chiming back in, my brother. So now we're
yeah.
talking about what Carolina must learn in the Hall of Fame game. So these four things that I have up on the screen is things that need to be, I think, needs more attention come the Hall of Fame game. So the edge rotation is one, Brad Izzik's operation is two, receiver game day value is three, and the unit continuity is four. So of those four things, which one do you think is the most important come Thursday?
I think Brad Ezek's operation is probably going to be the most important because you know he's going to be calling the plays all year long. So I think that's going to set a slight tone for him. It's
it's going to be an opportunity for him to, get some live game action for the first time. Well, I wouldn't say for the first time, but for the first time this season. You know what I'm saying? And he already knows what his role is going to be for sure. Moving on, so I think that's most important.
What do you where do you think he will call plays from this year? The sideline or the coach's box?
I think he'll call plays from the sideline. I think he'll call from the sideline. I don't. To be honest with you, Tony, I'm not. He was on the sideline last year, wasn't he?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll remain on the sideline. Yeah. I think that'll be
They have
a
that
good thing for him.
one-on-one connection with Bryce.
Right there. Boom. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We
I
see
got
Bryce
you.
running back and forth.
Yeah. Nick, what you think? You think he calling plays from the sideline or the coach's box this year?
Idzik, I think he's going to be a from the play box kind of guy. I think Canales is going to be down on the field, and Bevel and Idzik going to be in the play box. Obviously, I could be wrong, but who knows, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Idzik could be the type of guy who's like he needs to be on the field. I guess it all depends on him, right? Some coaches want to be right there on the field, and some guys see it better from the press box. So I guess it's just depends on him.
Yeah, I think it would serve him better to be on the field because Darrell Bevel, I believe, will be in the box. So that way, your third set of eyes or your second set of eyes is watching from above and can relay down to you what he's seeing from a defensive standpoint. So yeah, like what Zip just said, I think that that one-on-one connection, that direct connection that he would have with Bryce by being on the sidelines is more important for the development of both. Not only just Brad is it, but for Bryce as well. So yeah, I think he'll stay on the sideline. I think he'll stay on the sidelines because not only can he talk to Bryce directly, he can talk to Dave Canales directly. If he needs to or whatever situation arises, he's right there beside him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because I think there's certain situations, Tony, where Brad Ezek will still turn to Canales and say, "Hey, what you think I should do here? I got these options." You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, he's still gonna make the decision at the end of the day, but he's still gonna need Canales' input for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Taking on the role of being the full play caller.
Okay. All right. What say you, Nick?
Um, tough question to answer again, bud. I'm not gonna lie. I'd have to agree with what Zip said. Zip said it pretty well. I mean, can't really piggyback off that.
Yeah.
Right.
because
I
because
got you.
there's gonna be a few times where he's in a situation where it's like, damn, what do I do here? You know what I'm saying? Do I run the ball? Will running the ball get the reaction from the defense that we really want? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially later on in the drive, if we can sustain this drive, or we're throwing the ball here, maybe a RPO. You know what I'm saying, Dave? And I don't know, maybe he's got a good enough understanding of Dave. Hopefully he does, that he would just know what Dave would do there. You know what I'm saying? Because he's
Hey,
been
Tone, I'll
with
be
Dave
right
for a
back.
while now.
Yeah. Hey, I just got an alert on my Twix feed. If anybody wonder what I mean when I say Twix, that's Twitter and X. Yeah, so I combined that to make it Twix. To say that, and this is from the Carolina Panthers website, that the Panthers have activated Bobby Brown from the non-football injury list. So Bobby Brown is back in action. He'll be ready to go.
Well,
All
that's
right.
good.
So
That's
that's
good.
that's definitely good news. John Ellis is also reporting it, but that was from the Carolina Panthers Twitter feed that I just got that from. Bobby Brown has been activated, so that's definitely great news. Hey, we are 2 hours in. 2 hours in. And I will greatly appreciate it because no one has done it yet. But I would greatly appreciate if you guys show love to the channel. You can scan that QR code in the top right to support the show. You can also send super chats if you're watching through Carolina Armchair GM CJ's channel. You can send super chats through his channel. There's also a pinned comment in the YouTube chat. It's pinned at the top. That also has my PayPal link. So have you been enjoying the vibes, the energy, the conversation, the debates this fine Monday morning, and you feel like the morning kickoff is bringing some type of value to your life in the morning? I would greatly appreciate if you show love to the channel. My daily goal is $25. That's all it is. It's $25. So whatever your heart feel like giving or tells you to give this morning, I would greatly appreciate it. It always goes back into making the show better so I can give you guys continue giving you guys good content Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll leave the QR code up there for a minute. All right. So we've already talked about number one, the edge rotation. That was basically like the foundation of today's show, talking about Princely Umanmielen, and we just got to talking about Brad Isaacs, his operation, and what we would like to see come Thursday night. So let's talk about number three. Let me bring Nick back to the stage. Let's talk about number three, the receiver game day value. All right. This is not another discussion about directly replacing Brazo. The preseason evaluation is broader. A reserve receiver must contribute when the ball is not coming to him. That includes correct alignment, route spacing, blocking, motion responsibilities, special team coverage, return responsibilities, situational awareness, the ability to play more than one receiver position. All right. So FanFest included notable passing game plays, from John Mechie and Casey Washington, while the Panthers have also praised Bryson Tremaine's timing and understanding of multiple receiver positions. All right. So my question to you guys, and Zip, you can go first on this one. Is the position flexibility more valuable than one standout trait?
I think with this offense, it is. I think we need the ability, and I don't think it changes with Brazil going out, but we need the ability to be able to move Tet to the slot and Jalen Coker out to the X, or you know what I'm saying? Maybe even
Yeah.
XL for a certain formation. You know what I'm saying? Move him out to the X. So I think that's going to play a big role this year. And on top of that, I think we're bringing back, pretty much the main three guys, that played last year. So I think that's going to be another valuable asset come week one.
Okay. What about you, Nick Tri-State? Is position flexibility more valuable than one standout trait?
Oh man. Oh yes. Yes. I think so.
Okay.
It keeps defenses on their heels. They don't know what to game plan for. A guy could be lined up as an X or Y or Z. Yeah. I think, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Um. So right back to you, Nick. Which receiver helps the team the most without receiving a target?
Oh, Tat. Tat. He provides the
How
most.
so?
He's the biggest threat on the team. Defenses are gonna always account where he is at every single moment of the game, no matter where he is, and it goes to the whole being in the slot more. Um, we know this, guys. Us guys here talking football. who actually understand football, understand that Tet being in the slot forces defenses to cloud their coverages, which in essence gives us an advantage on the outside with guys like Coker and XL. And if we had a guy like Brazel, the offense's uh, potential could have been sky, could have been to the moon. But Tet offers us an ability, whether it's out lined up outside or inside. Defenses are always gonna account where he is. I mean, we saw early on in his rookie year. I could send you a screenshot. I have the all 22 tone and zip. And when we played New England, bro,
Yeah.
I'm watching the film, bro. And I kid you not, dog. They treated Tet like moss, bro. They had the DB pressing him at the line, and the safety was directly 8 yards behind the corner, like straight behind him. Like they were
Mhm.
treating Tet like like a god, bro. And that was just his fourth game in the NFL. So he doesn't have to get the ball to, it's kind of like with Jamar and Cincy and with JSN in Seattle. Like wherever they are, you got to take accountability, like and take account where they are every time they're on the step on the field. So yeah,
Yeah.
my answer would definitely be Tet.
Okay, Zip, what you got? And let me. 'Cause I know. I think Tri-State missed just one word in that question. Which receiver helps the team most without receiving a target?
Without receiving a target. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think uh that's gonna give you're gonna get a guy like XL or Jimmy Horn. I think XL. I think XL brings a good you know, attention to him with his speed. So you're gonna watch him and it's gonna open up other guys. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I
Especially
will have to go ahead. Go ahead.
no, no, no. I was just gonna say in a certain scenario, especially where you line XL up, say he gets in a X situation and you got Tet in the slot. Shit, I mean, of course you're gonna look at Tet because you don't know what the hell he's gonna do from the slot, but at the same time, you don't want to let XL get wide open down the sideline. You know.
That's true. That is true. Um, for me, if I'm talking about just the starters who will help the most without receiving a target, I would say Coker because he's the better all around receiver. That means that's from blocking, route running, catching, like the total package. But the one thing that he does better than any of the starters, any of those three that we just mentioned, is blocking. Like he is counted on heavily in the run game because of his blocking. Whether he's providing a crap block from a condensed formation, whether he's blocking on a bubble or tunnel screen for another wide receiver, blocking downfield, like he don't mind getting his hands dirty. If I'm talking about one of the reserve wide receivers, I would have to go with Bryson Tremaine because he's another outstanding blocking wide receiver. Like he may not get a catch all game, but he can affect the passing and run game because of his blocking ability. So yeah, I would go Jalen Coker amongst the starters, and I would say Bryson Tremaine amongst the reserves, strictly because of their blocking ability. I think they are the two best blocking wide receivers on the team. Anybody dispute that?
No, I
Nah, Bryson
mean,
Tremaine is a force in the run game blocking.
Yeah, yeah. And Jalen Coker gives a good effort at literally everything he does. Like that guy, and that's one thing I like about Jalen Coker is he gives you the same effort with literally everything you ask him to do. Whether it's changing
Mm-hmm.
the roles or within the like, with his route running, blocking, any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a Swiss Army knife, really.
Yeah, he is. He is. That's a good way. That's the good way to look at it. Good way to put it.
Mhm.
Um, outside of the starters, so we're not talking about Ted, Jalen Coker, or Excel. You know, if you believe that he's going to be the wide receiver 3, but which receiver can remain on the field in most situations?
Um,
Nick, you can go for Nick. You can go first on this one, Nick.
uh-oh.
You said what was the question, Tone?
Which receiver can remain on the field in the most situations?
Um, Coker and Tet probably.
Outside the starters.
Oh,
Outside the
outside of the
starters.
starters, heard you. Okay, so
Yeah.
outside of Tet, XL, and Coker, I would say either I'll probably lean David Moore right now. To be honest, I might actually lean David
Okay.
Moore. Yeah,
All right.
I think with a guy like Brazel, I just want to get this quick in tone. I think with a guy like Brazel going down, I think it makes David Moore more valuable to the team
I do
now.
too.
Yeah,
I do too.
yeah.
What you got, Zip?
Um, hmm. I guess me personally, I think John Mechie's bringing a lot to the team this year. I'm
Mm.
gonna be real with you, and I think
Mm.
if we can get the kind of production out of him early on, I think he'll carve himself a nice role, and he'll be somebody that we can, outside of the starters, keep on the field for a good amount of the plays.
So Zip is a John Mechie fan, is what I'm hearing.
Well, I just like, not really, I just like the aspect of him having prior chemistry with Bryce, and I think that really unlocks, Bryce's confidence a little more. It takes Bryce to the next level because in a panic situation, live football, and he see Mechie out there,
Yeah.
he gonna be like, oh shit, here, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
feel you. I feel you.
That's just what I like about. And John Mechie been looking good, especially with pads on. He been looking good, man. He looks bigger, stronger, and faster, if you ask me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Nick, did I already asked you that question, Nick?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Zip, I'm coming right back at you. So here's a debate question. Should Carolina use the Hall of Fame game to evaluate roster depth or build continuity with select regular season units?
I say evaluate roster depth because that's a extra game added on. Correct, right? That's a fourth game added onto the preseason schedule, right?
Right? Yeah, the Hall of Fame game makes it 4. Yep.
Yep, yep. So I think you just use that game to evaluate your depth, and then moving forward, you can really look at the continuity you got with your starters, for the first few series and quarters and stuff like that throughout the preseason.
Okay. Nick, what you got, Nick?
Um, my fault. I was just feeding my daughter. I stepped away real quick.
No,
What was
you
the question
good.
again?
Should Carolina use the Hall of Fame game to evaluate roster depth or build continuity with select regular season units?
I mean, it's hard, because the Hall of Fame game has always been a glorified third stringer, fourth stringer game. Um,
Right.
I don't anticipate seeing a lot of starters out there on Thursday. Maybe we'll see Freeling, a drive or two. Maybe we'll see Jonathan Brooks, but I don't anticipate any more than that. Um, no, I would approach it the same way it's the game has been approached the last several years. I mean, get the third stringers out there, try and see what you got and a lot of guys who you consider are bubble practice squad or bubble roster guys, and go from there after.
Well, I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate, right? So I'm gonna say the regular season continuity, because I believe Brad Isaac needs game day play calling work. We need to see the new defensive combinations, the communication and the repetitions. Um, some units may need more operational work more than individual evaluation. Yeah, a bunch of backups, they can kind of distort the evaluation. If you're trying to uh get a first, I guess I don't want to say first game, but if you want to get a jump on the evaluation, meaning the Hall of Fame game, maybe you might want to see the starters play a little more in that game as opposed to the first preseason game, because we know we have two joint practices against the Jaguars and the Texans. You're really not going to see them in those games because they're going to get most of their work during the joint practice session, right? So you might want to see them out there in the Hall of Fame game and getting a little bit more work. They probably rest the second preseason game, and let the joint practices against the Texans and the Jaguars be their preseason 3 and 4. What y'all think about that?
I mean, me personally, I want to see, even though the potential of players getting hurt before the season is high, I want to see a little more burn in the preseason for the starters, for the ones. I think with Dave Canales being here, that it's been a little bit slow for us to start the season because of it.
Yeah.
When we don't play them a lot in the in the preseason. And at the end of the day, it's still football. You know what I'm saying? I get it. It's not a regular season game, but shit, get out there and warm your body up. Let's get started. Let's get acclimated with taking game day reps for the regular season. Practice is one
Right.
thing, but when you get an opportunity to get an early look at the other team's ones, take your ass out there and start, man. And Dave Canales let him play.
Little Panther news just dropped. Panthers announced that they have activated Bobby Brown from the non-football injury list. He'll be practicing today. That's good news.
Yeah. I already announced that, Nick.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I just saw
Yeah.
Alex Zitlo just tweeted it. My fault.
I wonder
Yeah,
what's the
I
deal
saw.
with Big 50. Is Big 50 back practicing or what, man?
Man, he
No,
gotta go.
no update. They not no update as of Friday. As of Friday, he still was out with back soreness. So
I
that's the
know
last thing I heard.
I
But
literally
I know
hate to
one
be
thing.
that guy.
He better not come back playing like that playoff game because
He's
that
gone
performance
after
is
this year,
terrible.
Zip. As far as I'm concerned, I think he's gone after this year.
Well, didn't we only sign him for what? Did we give him 4 years or 3 years? I think we gave
No,
him
he had a
4 years.
5-year
I
deal.
think no, it
No,
wasn't
he had a
5 years. It was
5-year
it was a
deal.
it was a 4-year deal, and Damian Lewis got a 3-year deal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought it was 5 and 4. We better re-sign D. Lou. He's the guard we got to re-sign.
I agree. I
Okay.
agree wholeheartedly. I
I
think
I can
he's
go in a
quietly
whole
been
I can
better.
go in a whole nother direction with that topic right there.
Yeah.
We you know what, we near the end, so we ain't got nothing else to do. So if that is the case, like Nick just said, we need to re-sign Damian Lewis. We need to do whatever we can to re-sign Damian Lewis, and that means you let Robert Hunt go, right?
Hmm.
So who do you think replaced Robert Hunt? And I throw that out there with the caveat of saying, don't forget, Icky. If we keep Icky gonna have to play somewhere. And I don't see it at left tackle, and I don't see it at right tackle. So is one of those open guard spots maybe just may just as well be available to bring Icky? I think he's a better guard than he is a tackle anyway. What y'all think? Go ahead, Zip. You go first.
I think Icky could play guard, but at the same time, I think Brady Christensen's somebody you can stick right in there at that right guard position. You know what I'm saying?
Like I'll give you my thoughts on Brady Christensen in a minute. Go ahead, Nick. What you got?
Yeah, I was about to say, Tone. Brady's our guy, man. If
Why you say that?
If Robert Hunt is struggling to start the season,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be opposed to bringing Brady in and starting him at right guard. Not one bit. Because like Zip said, like we can't, like he's been dealing with it, and we knew this because he kind of had that problem in Miami as well. But like he tears his bicep, then he comes back from that, and now he hurts his back, and it's like, eesh, bro. Like one thing we
Well,
know, like that.
they just say he has back soreness. They didn't say he injured his back. It's just a
Back
little back
soreness,
tightness.
but I got you. But that was what, a week and a half ago. If it was just back tightness, he'd be. I mean, they're probably just being cautious. He's on thin
So
ice.
are you talking about right now, or are you
No,
talking
no,
about at
no.
the
I'm
end of the
saying,
season?
just like I've said, how I think Bryce is on thin ice, and I think
Yeah.
XL is on thin ice. I think Robert Hunt is
Mhm.
on thin ice.
Okay.
I think a
All
lot of
right.
guys are on thin ice on this roster. Trevin Wallace is on thin ice. There's a few guys on thin ice.
Yeah, Atlanta boy. I don't think we have Jake Curhan anymore. I don't think he's on the roster, is he?
Yeah, no, he just worked out with the Giants.
Okay. All right. So Brady Christensen, since his name was brought up, I like Brady Christensen. I like him come out of BYU. My only knock for Brady, and this was before the injury, especially moving him inside. I don't think he's strong enough or way enough to play interior offensive line, to play either one of the guard spots. I can show you countless times where Brady, in run situations, when we're trying to move the defensive line, he's still stuck at the line of scrimmage, or he's getting pushed back. You know what I'm saying? He had some good moments. I do like him when we run a stretch zone or wide zone. You can use his athleticism when you're talking about moving, getting better leverage on the defensive lineman, things of that nature. But when you're just talking about third and 1 or fourth and inches, and you really gotta have it, I need somebody in the middle that can move some furniture, and he ain't no furniture mover in that aspect. So that's why I think Icky will be better at the guard position, because he adds to that size in the middle. Even though I don't remember what Luke Fortin's size. I think he's like 305, something like that. And I know that Sam Heck is like between 300 and 305 as well. So you're not like you have a big center, but Damian Lewis is like 320, 325. Robert Hunt is about 325, 330, something like that. Then you want to substitute him and put him in, put Brady Christensen in there. To me, is like no difference than when we had what's the name that just went to Buffalo. Help me out,
DJ Moore.
guys. No. I'm talking about offensive lineman.
Oh,
Who was here last year that was playing right guard before Robert Hunt, and then played a little center when he came back from injury. Came from the Rams. The name is right on the tip of my tongue, but it's escaping me right now for some
Cade
reason.
Mays.
No, not K Mays.
Nick Samach.
Not Nick Samach. Starting. He was our starting right guard for a number of years. Coming from the Rams. Oh God, he just signed with the Buffalo Bills.
Corbett,
Austin Corbett. Yeah,
There it
Austin
is.
Corbett.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that dude.
Yeah.
That was the
So
one kept stepping on Bryce feet and shit.
yeah. So yeah, Austin Corbett kind of reminds me of Brady Christensen. Honestly, he reminds me of Brady Christensen. When it comes to that, I like for me personally, I like bigger offensive linemen in the interior, especially at the guard positions. I definitely like the guys having more size at the guard position, but that's just me. All right. So you guys got any questions before we move on? Anything to say?
Well, I was just gonna say I saw Dcash put he think Icky time is up in Carolina. I'm about to say Dcash, think about how old Taylor Moton is. And then with this injury, shit, this could be his last season. And if that's the case, then Icky is key. Yeah, he key to resign.
Yeah, because I think Taylor Moton will count about $28 million in dead cap this coming off season, or cost $28 million against the cap, something like that. So yeah, the Panthers definitely gonna have a decision when it comes to Taylor Moton. I know he almost retired or thought about it a couple years ago, before we re-signed him. He's definitely been an Iron Man at the right guard position. But I think injuries and things like that, along with age, is catching up with him, and that's a position that you're going to be looking to get younger at and cheaper. Let's throw that out there too. Let's not act like it ain't about money as well. So they want to get younger and cheaper at the position, and allocate that money elsewhere. Because Bryce contract is going to happen more than likely this off season. So, wrap your minds around that as well. Wrap your mind around that as well. All right. So the Hall of Fame game should provide Carolina with useful evidence. Can Umanmielen handle the complete edge role? Can Izzy operate the offense cleanly? Which receivers provide value beyond catching passes? Which young players can earn game day work through special teams? How much continuity do Carolina's units need before week one? The final score is secondary. The quality of the answers is the priority. All right. So FanFest gave Carolina an encouraging answer from Princely. It did not provide a complete answer. He showed burst. He showed pursuit. He showed that he can threaten the quarterback space. Thursday must begin establishing the rest. Can he finish? Can he hold the edge? Can he respond after the tackle adjusts? Can he repeat the performance through multiple series? Those answers matter because Carolina opens the season against an offense that can punish an undisciplined pass rush. Okay, Chicago has talent. Chicago has continuity, has a quarterback who can create when the original play breaks down. The Panthers need rushers who can pressure without creating escape lanes. They need defenders who understand how their assignment connects to the complete call. The Hall of Fame game is not about providing that Carolina is ready to beat Chicago. It is about identifying which players can eventually be trusted with the responsibilities that matchup will demand. Do not confuse practice disruption with finished production. Do not confuse preseason statistics with complete evaluations. All right. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope everyone enjoyed the show. If you did, share with a friend or family member. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe, turn that post notification bell, select all so that way you'll be made aware each and every time I do go live. It's Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All my social media links is in the YouTube description. Okay. I appreciate everybody for hanging out with me this morning. Appreciate you sticking through. Nick Tri-State for holding me down during the technical difficulties. I appreciate you again, my brother.
Got you, dog.
And until next time, Panther Nation, keep pounding.